Tú puedes angularlo. Lo podemos mover más a ti. Hi, everybody. It's Monday night. My name is Mark Mulligan, and I am coming to you from Mexico. Not such a sunny day here today, but I'm hearing the same thing is true for many of my friends spread out all over the United States and Canada tonight. Even my friends down in Mexico. It seems like everybody's getting some weather. So it sounds to me like a night that we need to warm things up with some tunes and with shirts like this. So you know the rules. Get over to your fridge, grab yourself a drink. If you get a chance to send a quick note to a friend and let them know that we are coming on in just a moment and doing the Facebook Live show, that would be great. The more the merrier. We'd love to have them. So thank you again for joining us. It's going to be a fun night tonight. You're going to hear some songs that you didn't hear last week. We've got videos that Elsa's put together. In fact, we're going to take you in a couple of the videos up to northern Mexico, where Elsa was just last weekend. And you're going to see what she was busy doing up there. But we always like to start things first with some pictures of you guys and a song that was written by our buddy, Rudy B. It's the theme song for our show. And let's kick things off tonight.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I don't care if it's cold or windy or raining or even snowing where you are tonight. We're going to warm things up. Arizona friends, Phoenix friends, is it really snowing in Phoenix, in Scottsdale right now? I can't believe it. I'm hearing crazy things from up there. I was going to complain before because it was a little bit cool outside, but forget it. You guys got snow. We got a few clouds down here. We are just south of Guayabitos, which is about an hour north of Puerto Vallarta, down in Mexico. I usually would be coming to you from San Carlos, but during these crazy times when I can't be singing live for you, we're taking the show on the road and showing you all kinds of different places. I want to let you know, one of the places we'll be taking you to in tonight's show, a little further into the show, is up to northern Mexico, the state of Nuevo Leon, where Elsa went up, and well, you'll see what she was busy doing up there when her video comes out, but it's really, really cool. You'll be very proud of Elsa, as I am too. So let's start things off. I hope everybody has got a beverage in their hand. If you could do me a huge favor and let any friends know that might be interested in watching it, that really helps. And it's a huge help if you share this show. That's really great too, so thank you. All right, so for anybody out there who might have a Pacifico in their hand, this one goes out for you. Blue water and sunny skies, another day in paradise. It wasn't long ago we said goodbye, and I ended up down here. Now who's to blame, I can't recall, but who cares, it doesn't matter at all, 'cause I'm a world away from you, sucking down an ice cold beer. But things never quite work out like I planned. What you doing back on my mind again? Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. I could tell you about the fun I've had. At first it really wasn't all that bad. The weather's nice and the people are too, so how could I complain? But last night when I was all alone, I left a message at the sound of the tone and said, honey, won't you pick up the phone before I go insane? You cut me off and you left me hanging on the line. Pulled out a glass and I chased you off my mind. Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. That ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. $10 and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. Every week we like to start things off after the first song with a chance for you guys who tune in nice and early to win a prize. Now, some of you guys have done your homework. You've been studying the lyrics to my songs because you know that what I do here is I give you a line from a song, and you got to match it up with what Mark Mulligan's song it comes from, okay? And I'm going to show you what you can win here if you get this right. You get your choice. You get a couple of CDs. Whichever CDs you don't have, of course, I'll hook you up with those. Or if you don't have a CD player, no problem, because we can put it on USB for you. This is the one with the top 3 selling albums on it. So you can win this. And if you already have all my music, guess what? You still have a chance to win a great prize. My mom's cookies are awesome. Many of you guys have won them on different contests on the show, and you can vouch for them. So you have a chance to win music or cookies if you can answer and be the first to answer correctly the following question. What song does this lyric right here come from? Okay? Are you ready? The lyric is, then she came back to the front door with her blue jeans and her makeup on. Then she came back to the front door with her blue jeans and her makeup on. If you will be the first person to correctly answer what Mark Mulligan song that is from, send the answer to Luis, who's handling the comments tonight. You are going to win a prize, and we're going to announce that prize as soon as we have a winner between songs, okay? So think about it. Now, no Googling or cheating or anything like that. Come on, we play by the honor system here. One more time, the line is, then she came back to the front door with her blue jeans and her makeup on. All right? I'll give you a hint. It's a song that I love to play. Well, people often ask me, come on, can't you sing some blues? Now, I don't play grunge because it gets me all depressed. And I don't hard rock cause heavy metal hurts my head. I can't rock and roll as often as I used to do. I don't hip hop and I ain't singing no blues. Now techno, teeny bop, sorry but it ain't my scene. I'm too white to rap, not tan enough to R&B. But I'll strum a little country, play a little reggae too. Just one thing, buddy, I ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. I got wind in my sails and a fish on my line and sand in my old boat shoes. Ain't singing no blues. So you don't hear my songs playing on the radio. And I've never had a hit, but hey, that's how it goes. Now some folks tell me it's time for me to change my tune. Why worry, man, I ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. So you don't see me on MTV and my name ain't making the news. Ain't singing no blues. Got a pretty wife and a whole bunch of kids. Life don't ever get better than this. I don't have fortune, I don't have fame. No biggie, I can't complain. I'm the guy with the guitar underneath the old palm tree. And if I don't sing blues, don't blame it on me. I'm just laughing and loving, living on island time. Dancing through life like a one-man conga line. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. I got the soul guitar and a girl by my side. She loves me simple and true. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. Ain't singing no blues. I got wind in my sails and a fish on my line and sand in my old boat shoe. Ain't singing no blues. Chill out, buddy. I ain't singing no blues. Wa la 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 la. happy. I ain't singing no blues. Not tonight, folks. Ain't gonna happen. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. Hey, definitely not singing the blues when I run into old friends. It's always nice when some of you guys make a trip down here to Mexico. It's been tricky this year for many of you, but I do run into friends every now and then. Let's see who I ran into this week.
Days ago, I was up the road in San Blas, and you met a couple on my last Facebook Live show last Monday. Well, guess what? Tonight I'm in San Pancho, and look who I'm hanging out with.
Hey, cheers!
Phyllis and Dennis again. We can't get rid of each other. But anyway, you guys are still having a good time down here in Mexico, it sounds like.
We are having a ball. It's strange who we meet. Exactly.
Well, guys, salud. We wish you were down here with us. Hope you're all doing well.
You should be here. We should have our sign.
Salud.
Salute.
From San Pancho.
We are just making stars out of Dennis and Phyllis. This is 2 weeks in a row they've joined us on the show. What a fun couple from up in Alaska, enjoying their time down here in Mexico, too. Great to see them. Well, this next song I'd like to send out to one of my friends up in Ontario. They got to be cold up there tonight. But Tom and Eleanor, Tom Copeland, I'd like to send this one out for you. This is a song that Tom requested, but he wanted me to make a little change in the lyrics for all the Canadians who are watching tonight. We've got Canadians from, all over the place up there, right? Of course, in San Carlos, we get mostly BC and Alberta. But, in other parts of Mexico, it's all from the other side of the country. So anyway, Tom, I'd like to send this one out for you. And you gave me some suggestions. And I played with the lyrics in one line of the song. And you're going to notice what it is. So it'll be the Canadian version in that one part of this next song. All right, and then we're going to actually say hi to Tom after this song too. So stay tuned for that. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. At 80 years old, all the stories he could tell you about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swigged Fosters with Aussies and Guinness in an Irish pub, a Shiner Bock and looking back, and buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. Our pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas, singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East, at the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh. He sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his band. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, he had a guitar on his head. And man, it ain't that hard to see we're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Tom, I was thinking of you and all your Canadian friends on this next part. Now the old man said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn all of these Mooseheads, Molsons, and Carlsbergs, and even Labatts are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. The more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Thank you, Tom, for the idea on that one. So, Tom, hold on, give us 1 second. Give us 1 second, quick technical difficulty here. It is or no? There we go, we're back. All right. Anyway, so Tom Copeland is a fan of that song, and he gave me some suggestions on some Canadian beers to name. I hope I nailed those. You'll notice that even rhymed with Pabst, Labatt's. But Tom, I was pretty impressed by what your company, what Eagle, your company up in Cobourg, Ontario, did to celebrate, I think it was the anniversary of your company. You guys actually had a beer brewed in your honor. I love it. Cooler by the Lake Anniversary Ale. And this sounds like my kind of stuff. There is Tom right there and Eleanor and family and holding up a good-looking beer there. Tom, that is the way to celebrate. Look at that. Cooler by the Lake Anniversary Ale, brewed just for the company. 5.4%. I could do that. Now that's a good-looking beer. Tom, do me a favor. Save me one of those, because when I get up and sing in your neighborhood, I'm definitely going to want one of those on ice. So Tom and Eleanor join us every single week, and they've given us many pictures and big supporters of the show. Give them a round of applause, everybody. And Tom, looking at that bottle there, made me kind of thirsty. I am down here in Mexico. Maybe I could do a little drink in Mexico dry. Anybody want to join me? Spring breakers with salt shakers, chasing every shot with a line. Old geezers and gold diggers, it's amazing what money can buy. They're all drinking Mexico dry, dancing on the tables and falling on the floor. They're all drinking Mexico dry, and I wish that they would just go home. He dumped his wife way up in Dallas, ain't seen his kids in a year. He's 45, she's 19. Hey baby, can I buy you a beer? I know what every one of you is thinking out there. Drinking Mexico dry, expatriated from the red, white, and blue. Now he's drinking Mexico dry, and I wish that he would just go home. They'll always tell ya, don't drink that water, but this ain't what they mean. They call the culture intoxicating. I look around and all that I see are underage white trash playing king for a day, screaming, hey waiter, speak English, can't you see I'm from the USA? They're all drinking Mexico dry. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor. They're all drinking Mexico dry, and I wish that they would just go home. He wants to live la vida loca. He wants to really get wild. Another shot in, vacation's over. Now he's here for a while. 'Cause he got hammered, he got nailed. They threw his butt in the can. And now it's, please God, get me out, and I'll never drink tequila again. No more drinking Mexico Dry. He's finally learning how to say no more, no mas, drinking Mexico Dry. And he wishes he could just go home. Yeah, I wish that they would just go home. Skanky folks with rum and cokes, I wish that they would just go home. Well, right down the street from our place that we're renting here in the village of Los Ayala is a neat little place that we ran across just the other day. Let's take you over there right now. I am just down the road from where we are living in Los Ayala, and it's at a tiny little place called Barracuda. And it's a restaurant bar right on the road. And this is Walter. And Walter, voila, he does it all. He is not only the bartender, he is the waiter, he's the cook. He owns this place. He's a one-man operation. Let me tell you, he makes a great margarita, a great Bloody Mary that you guys have got to try next time you come here to Los Ayala. Walter, thank you. Gracias. Nada. Salud, everybody. When you come down and visit us, we're going to take you there. And you know what? Even if you just come down for the weekend, just came down for the weekend, I was running from the ice and snow, where the tropic sun comes beating down on the shores of Mexico. The sunshine that I was seeking, I found where the warm winds blow. I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. Now I'm sitting in my salty jeans, I got a belly full of rice and beans, drinking beer and singing my song, just an old tourist that stayed too long. I'm warning all you folks tonight, you can have your fun, but don't you miss that flight. 'Cause if you do, then you just might turn out to be acting just like me. Yeah, I still got my round trip ticket, I keep it just up above my bed, folded up to plug a hole in the roof and keep the rain off of my head. I ain't returning no phone calls, I don't answer email, singing and calling out to the dolphin and the grouper and the yellowtail. Now I'm sitting in my salty jeans, I got a belly full of rice and beans, drinking beer and singing my song, just an old gringo that stayed too long. I'm warning all you folks tonight, you can have your fun, but don't you miss that flight. 'Cause if you do, then you just might turn out to be acting just like me. Maybe like Phyllis and Dennis too. Yeah, just came down for the weekend, I was running from the ice and snow, where the tropic sun comes beating down on the shores of Mexico. The sunshine that I was seeking, found where the warm winds blow, just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. The sunshine that I was seeking, found where the warm winds blow, just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. Oh, I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. One more time. Just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to you when you come visit me for a weekend. I guarantee it. Let's go back down the street, back to that little bar, Barracuda. So Walter has something on his menu that I've never seen before. I don't know what it is. It's called a balazo. And he's got them in shrimp, octopus, scallop, and tuna. So I'm kind of curious what a balazo is. He's going to make one for us right now. This is the camarón, no?
Sí.
So this one he's doing is with shrimp. Gotta add that lime. So far, so good. Ooh, this is a good salsa too. This is called huichol that he's putting in there. It's like a typical Nayarit style of hot sauce. And
¿Eso es soya o qué? ¿Inglés de Maggi?
putting in some Worcester sauce and clamato.
Un poco de aquí.
Mixing it up. Yeah, a little bit of salt. And let's see. Looks good, doesn't it? ¿Y Walter cómo se come esto?
Es un shot.
So I'm asking him how you eat this, and he says it's a shot. I think we may have to try one. All right, Walter, thank you. I'm gonna let you guys know how this is. Awesome. Really, really good.
Sí, está muy bueno.
Felicidades. Great stuff. A balazo.
Barracuda.
That was a unique shot, let me tell you. Really, really good. You got to try that out at home. Watch the replay on this show and you'll get the recipe on it. Really, really good stuff. Anyway, we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Luis has just reported to me that the first person to answer the question correctly he's just won the prize. The lyric was, then she came back to the front door with her blue jeans and her makeup on. And we have a winner, Gary Talley. Congratulations. You have just won your choice of a set of 3 CDs, or you can have those same albums if you like on USB flash drive, if you don't have a CD player, or if you just prefer something other than Mark Mulligan songs, I won't be offended because my mom's cookies are that good. And she will send you a batch. We just need your mailing address, Gary. If you can email it to me or, shoot it to Luis, whatever you'd like to do, just get me your mailing address, and we will have my mom bake you a batch of cookies and send them your way. And by the way, a big round of applause to my mom. She's been doing this week after week, not only giving a batch of cookies to the person who wins the trivia question, but also to the person who sends us the best picture every week. You guys are seeing a whole bunch of pictures during the songs. Those aren't taken by professional photographers. They're taken by you guys. Friends down here, friends in San Carlos, and I love getting those. Later in the show, we're going to show you a whole bunch of pictures that were sent to us this week, and we're going to show you somebody else is about to win a batch of my mom's cookies. So, how about if I play you right now the song that the question came from? It's a song that I have never played for you on a Facebook Live show before. I like doing this. I like giving you some different stuff every week. It's a challenge to me to go back and learn these songs all over again if I haven't played them in a while. And early on, this was originally recorded on an album called Mexico, which is now out of print. But this ended up making it on the Best of the Early Years album. And it actually, in the early days, was one of my favorite songs to do. And I hope you like this one. It's called If She Only Knew. She opened up the door and grinned and said, God, it's been a long, long time. It's so good to see your face again. I asked her, ain't you gonna let me in? She said, give me a second. I swear I won't be long. Then she came back to the front door with her blue jeans and her makeup on. We stared out at the summer sky and laughed about the memories so hard it almost made us cry. And it seemed to take us back in time to the best of friends, as close as we could be. She'd always tell me there ain't nothing you can hide from me. But if she only knew about the way that I once used to dream of her, I wonder what she'd say. If she now could see what she once meant to me, would she laugh out loud and tell me that I was a fool? If she only knew. Now days go by, turning us gray, making us older, but secrets left untold remain through time. She said you'd tell me yours, and I'll tell you mine. The sun was falling from the sky. I guess it's time that I should leave, so I go to kiss her on the cheek, and I see she's drifted off to sleep. So I take her hand for a moment, then I let it go. Close the gate behind me and I head off down a dusty road. 'Cause if she only knew about the way that I once used to dream of her, I wonder what she'd say. If she now could see what she once meant to me, would she laugh out loud and tell me that I was a fool? If she only knew. If she only knew. If she only knew. Gary Talley, congratulations for winning the trivia question with that song as the answer right there. And thank you guys for letting me play that one tonight. That's off the Best of the Early Years album. In just a couple of songs, I'm going to play you another one that you haven't, I don't think you've heard on the show, maybe only once. So we're continuing to mix things up week after week. But speaking of mixing things up, a lot of the videos and pictures that we've shown you have been from beach communities. We've taken you all over the place. We've taken you to Sayulita. We've taken you here, San Carlos, Kino Bay, La Paz, Baja California, all over the place. But most of them being beach places, with maybe the exception of Alamos, the colonial town we took you to. Well, we thought we'd do something different this week. Elsa was scheduled for a race that was obviously canceled. And you guys know her passion is running. And she's competed in some big, big races. One of them was a 63-kilometer, 38-mile race for the last 17 miles uphill. Well, this race she was supposed to be in this last week was a 21K, I believe. And it was up in northern Mexico at in the state of Nuevo León, in a place called Santiago, which is about an hour from Monterrey. And the race got canceled, but Elsa and a friend of hers, along with just a few other really dedicated runners, decided to go up there and run that course anyway, because, like I said, it's their passion. So we thought Elsa would take a few videos while she's there and introduce you to that part of the country too, which is so different than the parts of the country that we've shown you so far. So let's head up to the state of Nuevo León in northern Mexico, and let's travel with Elsa and see what she's up to up in Santiago.
Hi everybody, I'm here in Monterrey in Santiago, Nuevo León. I'm staying in a hotel very called Bahía Escondida, and I want to show you the view. It's beautiful.
We're going to come back to Elsa for some more videos between the songs here, and she's going to show us a little bit more from up there. But one thing I love about Mexico, after being here for 28 years, I love the variety all over the country, even within the same state. Even just going 20 miles down the road to a different town, just seems like everywhere you go is unique. I know that being in, originally from the States, it's been 28 years now, but sometimes I go to cities up there and one city kind of looks like the next city. A street corner has got the same businesses, chain restaurants, and, a Walmart and a Bank of America. And, if you blindfolded me and stuck me on a corner and then took that blindfold off, I couldn't tell you if I was in Phoenix or Tucson or Yuma, Arizona. And I'm sure it's that way in many other states, even though there are many, many unique places. That is something that tends to happen when you live in a place that's got lots of chains and there's lots of uniformity. Mexico has really got a lot of variety. You really, really know when you're in a place because of its unique character, the food, the people, the music, the scenery, whatever it might be. 28 years it's been now, folks. I can't believe it, but still loving it. Mexico. I can hear the sound of the music coming across that borderline tonight. And I can feel the touch of a young girl gently take my hand underneath the moonlight. Soft refrains on a Spanish guitar carry me away. Our voices calling as I close my eyes. Think I hear her say, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away. Mexico, like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. Mexico. It's been a while, but does she remember? Is she still waiting there for me? Does she ever think about those hot summer nights down by the sea? Distant highways and dusty old roads, you got me crossing the line. Lead me down to where nobody knows. Take me back in time, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go, Mexico. I can feel that wind begin to blow, and every time I hear that sound I know, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. And I'll be coming back to stay, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes, gotta go, Mexico. Well, speaking of Mexico, we're gonna head back up to the northern part of Mexico right now, the state of Nuevo León. Let's catch up with Elsa up there.
Villa de Santiago is a beautiful and peaceful destination in Mexico. It was named the magical town by Visit Mexico. With colorful houses, water reservoirs, and unparalleled natural beauty, this place offers an all taste of Mexico. Plaza Campo is a perfect place to appreciate the colonial and colorful establishment, enjoy freshly made ice cream, handcraft, and local food. A prominent site at the Plaza Campo is the Santiago Apostol Parish Church.
Hello again. I am the waterfall called Velo de Novia.
Well, we're going to head back up to Santiago right after this next song because Elsa's going to share with us a little bit of her adventure on running. People often wonder on a big race like that, what's it like? Is it just like a start to finish thing, or do you take a break? Do you stop, eat a meal? You know, when you're running a race that's 38 miles, how exactly do you do it? So we'll get a little idea after this next song. Well, speaking of Elsa, of course, I'm very proud of her on this. She does such a great job on not just on the racing, but when you put together, 4 kids and helping me out with these shows and all the things she does. I'm very lucky. And this is a song that is actually one of her favorites. I don't play this song often. It doesn't usually have a place in my show, to be honest with you. But I thought I would do it today since we're showing the, Elsa in action here. Because this, I think of her when I sing this song. And this song was the very last song that got written for the White Sand, Warm Sun, and Salty H2O album. I actually had a different song I was going to record, but I wasn't happy with it. And it was bothering me because I don't ever like to record a song where I have even a little bit of doubt on. I want every single song to be something that I just love. And I was going out to see my friends, the LeClairs, in Virginia, in Yorktown, Virginia. And David, their son who hosted me, had such a beautiful place right on the Chesapeake there, and it was so inspirational that I ended up breaking out my guitar, and I sat there just a few days, I think this was, before I went to record these songs, and I kicked this song out, just looking at the water, and it was a last-minute addition, and I'm so glad, even though I don't play the song in a live show, like I said, I think of Elsa on this one, and I hope you enjoy it. Something different for you guys. Why do I stumble, mumble, fumble every time you simply walk into the room? Your smile, your words, your ways, why they gotta mess me up the way they do? According to the numbers, you are just another girl, another person among billions in this world. Call me crazy, but I see you're sitting right here when there's no one else around. And I hear echoes of your voice and your cute little laugh when you're nowhere to be found. Guess my heart didn't get that message from my head. She's only human, man, don't you get? She's just another girl, just another woman, just another face in a big old crazy world. Just another girl, guess I'm just another guy. Amazed at how anyone could ever look at you and see just another girl. Around with you, 'cause no one ever told me. I never knew. You're just another girl, just another woman. Could it be that just is just another word. 'Cause if you're just another girl, why am I so hopelessly, constantly, endlessly convinced you'll never be just another girl? And if I'm wrong, blame this song on just another girl. Just another girl. Let's head back up to northern Mexico and see what Just Another Girl is doing up there.
Hello again. I'm in my race now, and I only ran almost 4 miles, and it's, oh my gosh, it's really hard. Hi again. I got lost for 5 minutes, but I'm back again, and I'm feeling well, feeling fine. Hello. I think we are in the highest point of the race. I'm still running. It has been a little difficult race. This altitude was killing me. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so close to the finish line.
Everybody give Elsa a big round of applause. Doesn't she do great on that stuff? I think it's really cool that she's got a passion for doing that. It's been, how many years now, Elsa, have you been running like this? Has it been about 6 years now it's been? So she keeps running further and further away from me. Have you guys noticed this? You'll notice I'm running now too, and part of that's just so I can, keep dragging her back. Anyway, I'd like to send this next song out to Sean and Shara. I know they are watching tonight. I can only imagine if it's a little bit, cool and breezy down here, I can imagine what Colorado is like right now. Luis tells me that you guys are talking quite a bit about the weather. I know my Arizona friends, man, they're not used to this either. So anyway, Sean, this one goes out for you. Know you like this song. The classifieds are spread across your coffee table with a circle drawn around some ad. It says boat for sale, and it needs a little bit. This price, what a steal. You take a swig, shake your head, and cross it out. Too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you're gonna wind up, my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. On Dock B, that little boat sits in a slip. Sign's been up for a week or so, but no bites yet. Yeah, she needs a little work, but at this price, what a steal. Till your wife says, honey, wait for a better deal. Back to too much wishing, not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you're gonna gonna wind up, my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. Now ever since the day we met, you've been talking about your big dream. Now all these years have come and gone, and still the same routine. Always not now, later on. If I could, man, I would. The excuses never end. Till that sign says sold and your story's getting old. 'Cause there you go again, still wishing. Not enough nows, too many thens, too many whys and not enough whens, and too much wishing and not enough fishing. So cast your line, reel one in, or you'll wind up like my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too much wishing and not enough fishing. Don't let that happen to you. I know that will never happen to Sean and Shara. Those two are adventurous and always living life to the fullest and saying yes to opportunities. Hey, so Luis is answering our comments, and remember last week, it was a day before his birthday, and we sang him happy birthday on the show. Well, this is his last show he's doing with us for a little while because he's going to be flying back to San Carlos. And Marcos is up there right now taking some classes, some online stuff, and doing some other things. And Luis is going to go join him. Luis is kind of happy to go see his dog again. He misses Nikki, his dog. And so we're going to let Luis escape from us for a little while. And it'll be kind of fun because about 2 hours after Luis heads out, my brother Steve is going to be coming down and joining us. He's never been down to this area before. In fact, I haven't seen Steve in Mexico in a long time. So it'll be really fun for us to get a chance to hang out. But before we send off Luis, his birthday was last Tuesday. Let's celebrate with him just a little bit more.
Tonight is a special occasion as we're wishing this guy a happy birthday. 16 years old, Luis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Luis. Happy birthday to you.
I know you guys have been having a lot of fun with Luis, and I think he's doing a great job on that. Luis has been handling the comments well. So next week, Elsa's going to have her hands really full because she'll be doing all that she does on this show, plus the comments. So don't expect it to be quite as funny as Luis. I think he's been working on his comedy routine in his spare time. But anyway, okay. Hey, Luis is not the only person celebrating a birthday tonight. We got a couple more birthdays. The first one I'd like to take you guys with me all the way over to one of my friends who watches us faithfully and writes me the coolest notes. Her name is Melinda, and she is in Molokai, Hawaii, and just has a beautiful place there. She spends her life there with a guy with Mr. Right. You're going to see Mr. Right. There's Mr. Right with her right there. Melinda has the most beautiful smile, and Melinda, she didn't want to just hear happy birthday. Of course, Melinda would like something a little bit different. So, Melinda, I'd like to send this one out for you. And you stay young. You're doing a great job of it so far. And thanks for watching us every week from Hawaii. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba Rey David. Pa' Melinda más bonita, se las cantamos aquí. Despierta, muy bien despierta, mira que ya amaneció, ya los pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió. Happy birthday, Melinda. I hope you like that. I've been telling her this because that mic is...
¡Feliz cumpleaños!
It's Canal 4. Canal 4. It's too kind of... All right. Well, at least you got the visual there on Melinda on Elsa because she had the wrong mic on. So, hold on one sec. I'm going to get Elsa back up here so you can see she's not just a person who lip syncs to my music. Because you're probably wondering after that if we're like the next version of Milli Vanilli or something. Hey, we have another birthday. And this one is going to be dedicated from Mark Bishop. He'd like to send this one out to Sharon. And they celebrated with us in 2018 on Isla Mujeres at Island Fest. Happy birthday, Sharon. Nice picture from Island Fest there, Mark and Sharon. Nice one there. Good one. Your birthday is this Thursday. So if it's okay with you, we're going to sing for you now. There's an Isla Mujeres sunset. Wow. You know, we're going back there in May. Mark, I think that would be a great birthday gift. I think I just got in trouble from Mark. May the 12th, I believe it is, we go back to Isla Mujeres. And we really think it'll, you know, a lot of people have had their shots by then. The situation will hopefully be very, very different. We do a limited size group on this thing. It's all outdoor shows, and it is just fun. We had to cancel it last year. So Sonny Jim, Kelly McGuire, Songwriters Island Radio, and I are all looking forward to getting back to Isla Mujeres. But first, Sharon, I want to sing a song for you. It's one of my favorites. And Mark, you got to sing along because you're sitting right next to her tonight watching. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Well, Sharon, you know, I'm not just going to sing you happy birthday on your birthday. I'm going to sing a song that I know you want to hear. And it kind of goes with the trip you took with us to Island Fest. I hope this will bring back some memories of white sand and warm sun and salty H2O. Because it sounds like up north they kind of need some of that right now. Everybody ready? Come on, I think you need to get off your couches and dance. Celebrate Sharon's birthday. Got a constant craving, can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's far too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, warm sun, salty H2O. This intervention's useless. It's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean. Who needs 12 more? When you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Goes back to my childhood, that very first trip. Watching the waves roll in mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. The sea's outside my window, there's a beach outside my door, and those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head. as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead into the white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Take all your sweaters, set them on fire. Slap on some sunscreen, put on some Kelly Maguire. Then turn around and run right to the place you ought to be. Get your butt into some beach chair down here with me. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Living by the sea is so good for the soul. I pinch myself and wonder who could ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. There's no cure for this addiction. Every day I overdose on white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! One more time. Here we go. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Sharon, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day on Thursday, your actual birthday. Mark, enjoy it with her. And thank you guys for coming to Island Fest. And I hope you'll join us for another one. Just so you guys know also, quick thing about Island Fest. Big concern that people always have on a trip is, well, what if things don't change? What if, for any reason, getting there is a problem, or there's COVID restrictions on coming back or whatever? Sam Densler, who puts this event together with Songwriters Island, does a great job of working with the venues, and they are the most flexible on canceling really up until the last minute when things like that happen. This last time we had to cancel, everybody was allowed out of their stuff. They were allowed to either just transfer to this year, get the same room, the same price, or just outright even cancel it. Nobody was left hanging, and that's the agreement that he has this time too. So if you want to make a reservation for that, songwritersisland.com has got a whole page on Island Fest. It's a limited size group thing. I know most of the spots are already taken, but we still got room for a couple more, and I hope you will join Sonny Jim and Kelly Maguire and me on Isla Mujeres. All right, well, I'm gonna hop on down to the white sand here with Elsa in just a moment.
It's been almost 2 months since we've been here in the village of Los Ayala now. We originally were only gonna be down here for 4 weeks, but we love this place. It's been a great place to spend the winter. We hope you guys are enjoying these online shows from here. Cheers, everybody.
Salud.
Boy, we've been here longer than we expected, but my San Carlos friends, I haven't forgotten about you guys, especially this week. I want to just say something real quick to my San Carlos friends and anybody who has ever visited down there and seen me perform maybe on New Year's Eve, on Mother's Day, maybe at one of my beach shows on Cochoti Beach, because I had the good fortune of performing over many years with a really legendary entertainer in San Carlos. He was younger than me, but he's been like me. He put a whole lifetime into music. He was passionate about it, and his name was Efrain Giacoman. And unfortunately, we lost Efrain this week, and there he is right there. And that is Efrain right there. Always a big smile on his face. Actually, that used to be my guitar. And my friend Giggles bought it from me and gave it to him because the guitar he had was just not up to his talent. He was so good, and he had this rickety old thing. And so when I put my guitar up for sale, Giggles bought it and then gave it to him. That is just so San Carlos in itself. She loved Efrain. So did all of San Carlos. Just real quickly about him. He was really the real deal because he originally was in a group with two sets of twins related, his father and his uncle and his brother. And they were called the Twins. And they would go around and set up and they just kind of walk from bar to bar with their percussion set, with their guitars. Sometimes they'd all jam into a Volkswagen, really the four of them, and musical instruments hanging out. And they would go and just liven up a crowd. Our songs that we sang were in Spanish, they were in English. You know, he was so fun to do guacamole with and all those. We're going to miss Efrain a lot. And no, you know, a lot of people were wondering if it was COVID. It was not COVID. He had some health complications in previous years that ended up catching up with him. And I think because there's not as much hospital space available now, that came into play, unfortunately. He was in his early 40s. If you've never heard him, I'm going to show you just a little clip that my friend Michelle Gletney shot from a show, just to give you a little idea of what kind of music Efrain would do, and I think you'll recognize this song.
Si un día me faltas tú, no quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Tú me acostumbraste a ser como un niño. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú.
So that was Efrain there singing with his father. And my prayers go out for his father because just 5 months ago, Efrain's mother passed away. And the family's really been hit by tragedy. And San Carlos, I know all of us are united in prayer and sending out good thoughts for the family and for Efrain. You know, we always say rest in peace, but I'm not sure rest in peace really describes Efrain, because I bet you anything he's going to break out a guitar up there and get liven the place up in heaven and entertain quite a few angels up there. So Efrain, we love you. And I'll tell you what, that song you were just singing right now, I hadn't planned on singing this song until the unfortunate events. I'm going to finish that song you just sang, because we used to do this one together over many years. And you guys at home, you know, you probably have this song memorized by now, even if you don't understand it. My friend Bob and Bev, I sent you guys a little English translation of this song. And I'm going to turn on another microphone here just in case. Good. I just lobbied Elsa, and she's going to come join me on this one. She'd like to do it because she loved Efrain too, and so let's sing him the rest of that song right there. Check.
Hello.
1 second. Un momento. There we go. Try that.
Hello.
Hold on. Might have to just speak louder.
Hello. Sí. Hello.
I'm sure you're all saying hello back. Everybody, it's Elsa. By the way, look at her beautiful new hairstyle today. Wow. Going fancy. I'll have to do something for next week. Sing along with me. Let's send this one out for Efrain. He was really known to many people as Mr. G.
Las horas más lindas las paso contigo, sí. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Tú me acostumbraste a ser como un niño. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Pídeme la luna y te la bajaré. Pídeme una estrella, hasta allá me iré. Mas nunca me digas no te quiero más, porque esas palabras me hacen mucho mal. Pídeme la vida y te demostraré cuánto yo te quise y cuánto te amaré. Tú fuiste y has sido para mí el amor, regalo más lindo que me ha dado Dios. Quisiera esta noche tenerte conmigo, sí. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Tú me acostumbraste a ser como un niño. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Pídeme la luna y te la bajaré. Pídeme una estrella, hasta allá me iré. Mas nunca me digas no te quiero más, porque esas palabras me hacen mucho mal. Pídeme la vida y te demostraré cuánto yo te quise y cuánto te amaré.
Tú fuiste y has sido para mí el amor, regalo más lindo que me ha dado Dios.
La 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 la
La la la la la la la la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Tell you what, I'm gonna keep on singing a little bit. Elsa, I think. Okay. Well, we'd like to send that one out that way for Efrain and San Carlos friends. Let's keep on praying for that family there. And, you know, while we're praying, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We had a whole bunch of pictures of Efrain that we wanted to show you during that song, and for some reason we lost them all. But I'm going to show them to you next week, I promise, and I apologize for that error. That's what our little confusion was there. We really wanted to surprise our San Carlos friends with some nice pictures of Efrain, but technical glitches, we run into those things, and they kind of suck. Anyway, hey, speaking of prayers, somebody actually, one of our loyal viewers, asked if you guys wouldn't mind sending out prayers. Mark Harmon wrote to me. Mark and Debbie have been a part of the show. You might remember a few weeks ago, their grandson won my mom's cookies when he spelled out Happy New Year on the beach with some shells. And he's 10-year-old Cade is his name, their grandson. In fact, even before that, we prayed for her mother because her mother had been really, really sick and ended up bouncing back and doing great. And it was really kind of a miraculous recovery. Well, we need to keep those prayers going for Debbie Harmon tonight because COVID has hit the entire family. And although most of them are doing okay and even starting to bounce back, Debbie has been struggling. These last few days have been very, very difficult. She's really battling with her oxygen levels. And I know the next 5 days or so are not going to be easy ones for her. So if you're able to tonight at some point, please keep them in your prayers. The entire Harmon family, but in particular, Debbie Harmon, our hearts are with you, our prayers are with you. We want you to bounce back from this COVID thing and recover quickly. We ask God for his healing grace with you and to strengthen you not only physically but spiritually also in this battle you're going through right now. We're all with you on this. And thank you for letting us know so that we can do that. If anybody out there is going through anything, we're always happy on this show, and I know our viewers are too, to always send out prayers for you. So just keep me posted. We got a couple of requests to get to here. Luis, can you flash up the request list here? He just did a minute ago, but I got a short memory. Sherry, I'd like to do one for you. Very fitting song for many of my friends who decided at a certain point in life that some of their objects that they owned, their possessions, were holding them back from doing too many things. A lot of people I know have unloaded a lot of stuff and are starting to do more stuff. And that's what this song is all about. It's about simplifying. This one's written by Tom Shepard, and it's off the White Sand, Warm Sun, and Salty H2O CD. Going out for Sherry and Bill in Punta Gorda. He walked right in the kitchen, took her hand and said, I gotta talk to you. There's something I've been thinking about, a couple questions I need some answers to. Do we own this house, baby, or does this house own us? And those Harleys in the driveway, they're just collecting dust. One's got a flat. What's up with that? Had to buy some big lawn tractor for that yard we had to have. Now the only time we're out there is when we're cutting all that grass. And how cool's a pool we never get to use? But what if we simplified, traded in our super size for something smaller? Spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar. Took back our lives lives. What if you and I simplify? We work so many hours to keep everything we have. We could let some of it go and buy our freedom back. Am I insane? Girl, are you game? Now I can't even tell you who we're trying to impress. We could sell one of the bikes and take the other one out west and see Wyoming. Just you and me. What if we simplify? Traded in our supersize for something smaller. Spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar. Took back our lives. What if you and I simplify? Took back our lives. What if you and I simplify? She looked at him real funny. Then she smiled. She said, I'll call up the realtor. You go air up that tire. Bill and Sherry, thank you guys for watching week after week in Punta Gorda. I know last time we checked in with you guys, it was pretty cold out there, but I'm hoping it's changed for you guys in Florida. Hey, we do have some pictures that you guys have sent in. We do have these. Every week I'd like to show you a different fan who's watching the show so that you can put a face behind the name. And this is Turk here, Turk Sims, and this is him with his daughter. He calls her Little Turk. Turk, great shot of you guys. I think that is in Key West. I might be wrong. But everybody give it up for them. Don't they look great? Thanks for watching the show like you guys do. Big smile on Turk's face there, and daughter's beautiful too. So thank you for sending that. Some of you guys sent us some neat pictures of scenery here. And so what I'm going to do, we're going to show you a few pictures, and the last one we're going to show you is our winner of the picture of the week. This one right here, our friend Lynn Warner, that's taken over in Puerto Morelos, I believe, or Isla Mujeres, one of the two. Jack and Joanne Mullen sent us a bunch of pictures. They used to live in San Carlos, and they have some great pictures, and they've been watching our show the last few weeks. Look at that's Guaymas right there. A little island just full of cactus, really unique. How about that? Little fishing village. I love Tongas. Great shot, Jack and Joanne. The famous Tetakawi, that's the landmark of San Carlos. Neat shot there with the fog, the clouds. That's right over near Jack and Joanne's house, which was right down the street from me in San Carlos back when I lived there. That's not too far from their house, too. And look at that beautiful sunrise. Awesome. And Jack and Joanne, I would like to thank you because you just won with that last picture, the pick of the week. And that means, Jack and Joanne, you are going to be eating some of my mom's cookies real soon. All I need is your mailing address, and Mom is going to send them off your way. Jack and Joanne, thank you for all the pictures. I know a lot of people in San Carlos miss you guys, but you are off with living all kinds of boat adventures up in the Northwest. I'm happy for you that you continue to do really fun things. And thank you for joining us on Mondays as you've been doing. It means a lot to me that you tune back in and let me sing for you still after all this time. All right. I'm going to do another request here. Boy, I hadn't planned on doing this one, so I'm not sure how good this is going to sound. But I'm going to try it out. I don't know how far I'll get in because I have not practiced this song in ages. But I believe it was Beth, Rudy B's better half, that asked for this next song. She likes to challenge me. Thanks, Beth, for doing that. But this sounds like it might be a fitting song for many of you guys today. It's off the Greetings from Mulligan's Island CD. It's called Miserable Afternoon, and which doesn't sound like a Mark Mulligan title, does it? Well, hopefully I can pull the song off here. Heard you say what a miserable afternoon. The roof is leaking all over the place. You're sick and tired of the weatherman's face. No doubt you've seen better days than this miserable afternoon. My God, take a look at this mess. Makes me want to say, what a miserable, beautiful afternoon. Ain't it awful? Awful perfect for a party or two. Yeah, the kids are gone. It's just me and you. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Okay, power's out. Huddle up with a blanket and a bottle of wine. Pop the cork, baby, here's to you. I think you're thinking what I'm thinking too. Ain't nothing else that I would rather do on a miserable afternoon. How about you guys up there who are freezing right now? Maybe you can relate. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Perfect for a rainy day rendezvous. So let's improvise if that's what we gotta do. And have a beautiful, miserable afternoon. So pop a battery in the radio and find a station playing something slow. And dance with me across the kitchen floor on this miserable afternoon. They say tomorrow that the skies will be blue, but I kinda hope it rains a week or two. So don't go telling me the storm is through. Don't want the sun to shine anytime soon. And then this beautiful afternoon. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Thank you, Beth, for the request on that one. And yeah, kind of a fitting day for it. I can't believe it when I'm seeing these pictures of snowfall in Scottsdale, Arizona. So thank you for the request. We're going to head down the road to Bucerías. Some of you guys who are fans of trop rock music might recognize the name of that town because our friend Brittany Kingery used to live down there. I know Rob Hill did a lot of singing down there too. It's a neat little town, and it's between Puerto Vallarta and where we live. I'd say it's probably about 45 minutes south of us. And there's a restaurant that we saw on a travel show that had a creation that looked kind of interesting. It actually kind of looked like it wouldn't taste good, but we thought, you know, hey, we got to try it out and let you guys know. So let's head on down to Bucerías.
We are down the road in Bucerías, which is just north of Puerto Vallarta, and we're at a place called Bob Chelero. It's kind of a famous place here because apart from offering just regular seafood dishes, their specialty here are coconuts filled up with all kinds of seafood, or really anything you want. They do shrimp in there, they do ceviche, octopus, and actually they combine it with anything like beer, tequila, whatever you want to mix in that coconut. It sounds really strange. We thought we had to give it a shot. So here we are at Bob Chelero. We'll let you know how it is. This does look interesting. I got the one that is stuffed with shrimp and octopus, and it's mixed with beer. And Elsa got an aguachile shrimp, and she decided to be risky too, and she got hers with beer too. So let's see how it tastes. This is good. It's even got other things mixed in here. There's nuts right there, and it's kind of strange to be sipping a beer through this thing. So Elsa, how was yours?
It's weird, but it's incredible. I love it.
Good. I'm enjoying mine too. And I've gotten part with some jicama in there too. It's just an interesting combination. So if you're ever down in Bucerías, make sure you check out
Bobsled. Unique mix. Well, guys, I'm going to do one more song. And I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I'll do one more, and then, of course, we close with the Rudy B theme song. I want to let you know one idea that I'm kicking around, because you guys have seen for yourselves on this show, there's some people who have gone through some difficulties and who are always asking if people can pray for them or whatever. And I just had an idea that I'm running by a couple of people, and I've already had a yes from Bri Harris, an entertainer that many of you guys are familiar with, who does some really, really neat kind of Christian-flavored songs on an ukulele with his wife. What I thought about doing is taking a different night than a Monday sometime and just doing what I would call a night of faith. And that would be one where I can do my Rising Sun songs, and I can talk in depth. I mean, we can actually pray on the show. And this is just for people who want to do it. I mean, if that's not your deal, don't worry about it. You can join me on the Mondays, and we'll keep doing what I do on the Mondays. But if something like that interests you, please do let me know, because I do have a couple of artists who I think would be into sharing their faith too. And at a time like this right now, there's so much going on. I think people need this. There's so much negativity, a lot of hate, a lot of things going on. And I just think we need a burst of this positive vibe. We need some God with a capital G, not a small one. And so if that interests you, stay tuned, because I'm thinking in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we may do something like that. Might be on a Thursday night, something like that. That way I can still give you the regular Monday show. But for those who are interested in hearing the Rising Sun songs, maybe some things like Amazing Grace, maybe hearing me talk a little bit about my faith, or you sharing a little bit of yours, whatever, we can do that too. So I'm going to do one more song. And what I thought we would do is, I wasn't going to play this song tonight, but I think we need to chase away the storms that you guys are going through. My brother's coming here tomorrow, and I want to chase those clouds away that are outside, even though it's dark right now. So I think we need a good luck song here, and we're going to close with this one, and we're going to show you some pictures that you guys have sent us from Mexico. These are going to be pictures taken by our San Carlos friends. Thank you all for watching. I want to say hello to Seaside Realty up in San Carlos. They helped us put on a bunch of shows up there. Hadn't forgotten about those people either. Great people. And Debbie Harmon, you hang in there. Happy birthday to Melinda. Happy birthday to Sharon. Happy birthday late to my kid Luis. Let's all be back under blue sky for the next 3 minutes. Up there, they're up to 38. Down here, we're down to 75. While the weatherman in Cleveland says the rain ain't gonna end. And they're freezing up in Denver in the ice and snow and wind. While I'm back under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. The sound of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue sky. Looking back, I guess I can't complain. The folks were nice and the job, it paid real well. But the truth is I don't get how people will keep from going insane. Cooped up in their houses, seeking shelter from the rain. While I'm back under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. One glimpse of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue sky. Bundled up ain't how I'm meant to be. Tank tops and flip-flops, now that's more like me. under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. The sound of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue skies. Right, guys? We'll be back under blue skies. Before you know it, we'll be back under blue skies. Rudy B, take us out of here with your awesome theme song, and thank you guys for joining us tonight. On behalf of my family, we sure appreciate it. You've been keeping us going.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.